Hey guys, it's Bradu. I'm back after a fairly long hiatus from playing any sort of solo Shadowdark, Terra Invictus, any gaming really. I've been looking at these. Check this out. I got this one a little while back. I think I got this one at the same time. Now I also got, thanks to Nick, also the player companion and GM companion in hardback. Beautiful. Great additions to my collection. And there's another book, Dread Thingonomicon, Dread Thingonomicon, Thingamajigacon. Uh, Huge book, but it's not a Shadowdark specific book. But I started looking through it. It's got some cool stuff too. So we may see any or all of that in play at some point. So we finished off after an extremely tough battle against this assassin who sort of um, ambushed us, and I completely underestimated, and she left us in real bad shape. But we did eventually take her down. So Thain and Marvin are both down, stable, but zero hit points. Orgo is has one hit point. Abbott is fairly wounded. Nura is a little bit wounded. And Alfonso is probably shitting his britches after seeing how much trouble we were in. So, we are going to put Marvin and Thain in our little cart for safety. What we really need to do is get to civilization, but I don't know that I should just say, oh, poof, we're there. So I think the thing that makes the most sense, I also don't think we can do a full rest here right now either. I think the thing that maybe makes the most sense is to do one more random encounter check as we travel slowly to our next destination, which is we're gonna try to go to 3715, which we have not been to. So that'll be a navigation check. But I'm gonna do a random encounter check first. So it's only on a one there'd be an encounter. Two. Okay, so we do make it through the hex. Can Nura navigate us to where we need to be? Yes, 15, 19. We're good. We're solid. 3715 is, thankfully, I believe, a settlement. Arazade. Arazidi. Arazidi. Okay. Arazidi. Whew. What do we do to get my crew? Okay. All right. Warm and pleasant, soft breeze blowing from the west, clear skies, wealthy mercantile city. That's good. Home of the Murado Navy and flush with cash. Okay. Ground transport to Forcari. Where's Forcari? Do I want to go there? Maybe. Yeah, I don't really want to go. I want to get to Makuza. So, let's see. We are here. We could transport to there. I kind of want to get to there. And I can't remember why, but I do have a reason. I'm sure I'll figure it out by the time I get there. River and sea transport. Ooh. To Casillas. I don't want to travel there because I haven't been there yet. There is a rumor. So as we get in, the city is captivated by tales of a fire elemental that incinerated an entire island in the Arklines. Oof, man. There are three temples. Well, we need healing, so that's probably good. And then there is an NPC icon. So before we even get into the NPC stuff, which temple should we go to? Oh boy. Ooh, I like this, what I'm seeing here. Let's just go Temple of Maragon. So that's the first one on the list. And we need a temple for sure. So let's see. Thain is down and out, and he is our priest. So Temple of Maragon, we need to make some kind of check. What is that? You know what? The actual book's going to come in handy here. The check is... kind of want to look up Maragon, but I don't want to pause for that. Temple, let's see. Where'd it go? Temple is a DC 12. We're gonna have an abbot make that check. 15. Okay, so abbot makes the check. Temple, it says open to the public. If your check is successful, they'll cast priest spells for the party. 50 gold piece for a first tier spell. If your check fails, you made an awkward or poor impression. Okay, so I'm gonna do that actually. I have a weird thing that happened with my gold. So we just gained 310 gold from the last encounter, from the last session. Before that, I lost track of how much gold I have. I have written down here 400 and another 200 in items. That's a lot. But because I kind of goofed and lost track, I have a bunch of stuff I want to buy anyway. So I think I'm going to wipe that slate clean. So I'll count this. I'm going to pay... Sorry, I'm not making a lot of sense here. First tier spell. We're going to go with Thain's level because I think the spell, Cure Wounds spell, levels with you. So I'm going to go with Thain's, oh my lord. With Thain's. Roll a number of d6s equal to 1 plus half your level. Thain's actually going to level up. So he's 2, 3. So he's going to get 3d6 healed. Okay. 11 hit points healed for Thain. He is not back to full yet, but we're getting close, and now we're in a settlement, so we'll probably be okay. He's still down quite a bit. But now he's up. Okay, Thain is... I've been listening to Tale of the Manticore. Tale of the Manticore. Guy does a really cool job. It's not Shadowdark. It's like, I think he's playing maybe BX. Something like that, an old version of D&D. He does a really good job of like editing, storytelling. His play is kind of similar to mine in that it's got an old school group with, dwarves and fighters and clerics and whatever. And they're, kind of survival combat. I like it a lot, but it's like, man, do I need to start editing? I don't want to start editing. Do I need to start pausing so I don't do all of this blabbering in between while I'm looking stuff up in books? So we got some hit points back for Thain. On that note, Thain will then come to, and he's a little groggy and confused, but he does have his own spells, so he's going to try to cast a Cure Wounds spell to heal Marvin, who's also out. And a 2. Okay, shoot. Does Marvin have something else he can do to heal? That sucks. I don't really want to spend another 50 gold pieces, but Thain is not there. And I don't really want to luck token that on my right out of the gate either. So it makes sense that Thain wouldn't be able to come back from unconscious and just successfully cast a spell, but that's what I really needed him to do. So I guess he'll say, "Oh, I'm too weak. I guess we have to pay them to cast a spell on Marvin as well. That'll heal him up full because he only has like 7 hit points or something. So he's full. Alright. That means he also gets his Constitution point back. I don't remember when that happened, but the Wraith maybe. So our crew is back to not fully healthy, and I had to spend a little gold there. But Thain is going to pray, because the other thing about Thain is he leveled up. So he's questioning maybe his ability. He hasn't gone down in battle very often, and he got one-shotted by that assassin. So he's going to tell the group, why don't you go on? I really need to stay here and pray the rest of the day. And in that prayer, I'm going to go ahead and do his level up. And I'm going to move the rest of the crew on without him for, a brief time. I don't know what they're going to do yet. I have a couple ideas. A little in town. Actually, let's do this. Let's make a roll. I like to do entering a city, a possible random encounter in... Oh, let's do it like this. A 1, 2, or 3 means we have a random encounter in the temple district. A 1, we do. Okay, so let's see what that is. Temple district, I think that has a chart. Yep, let's try it. I forgot I'd try and do that just to spice up towns a little bit. So let's see what it is. 34. Shoot. I don't think I like this. Whispering Chaos Cultists gather at a back alley shrine. Does this, I guess just based on how I rolled it, we should play this with this group minus Thain, who is at the temple. There are 3 temples here. Whispering Chaos Cultists. What are we going to do with that? Let's do a solodark check. Let's see if a prompt gives us any clue into what might be happening with them. We have 99 and 38. 99, 38. Rest, justice. And the other, flipping it, would be pull shelter. Rest, justice. Okay, this is the best I've got to. I don't like this. I don't really want to get in a big fight here. But the way I'm interpreting those things, pull shelter would mean they're trying to keep us from getting the shelter that we need, because we're still wounded. So we're looking at this city as a safe place. And rest justice might also mean that they don't want us to rest. The justice makes me wonder if they, not that they would know, but if they have some alliance, some connection to that assassin or to somebody else we've had an interaction with. So, whispering cultists gather at a back alley shrine. So let's do this. Do they interact with us? Just going to go straight yes or no. Do they interact with us? Or do we just see them? So do they interact with us? No. Good. I kind of like that. So let's make a note that we see them and table it for now. But there might be something with some cultists here. I don't think it's going to come to a battle, but then I did just say they might not want us to rest. So let's just kind of tread carefully. Okay, what I really want to do in this town is actually get some horses. That's what I was thinking I would do. Get some horses. Is that possible? Where's my... I think horses... There's a ground transport by cart. So how do I know if there would be horses? I kind of feel like they're just wood. Wealthy mercantile city. Big city. I think we can get horses. I think we can get... Is that the player companion? I feel like the player companion has some stuff for weapons, armor, adventuring gear. Would it be adventuring gear? Maybe not. Yeah, there's a special section for it. Horse tack. Thought there was a travel thing. Darn it. Phooey. Alright, so I'm just going to say, I'll look it up after. I'm going to say that 400 gold that I said we had before. We're gonna strike that from the record, and I'm going to say we're able to get horses for the group, and it's 600 gold actually. Horses for the group, and the healing that we just bought. Our whole group is now going to have individual horses that we can ride for faster travel. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. It just seems cool. It seems like we need it. And that's what I mean is like it's not going to be like war horses, but it's going to be riding horses. And I'll have to figure out what I want that to be in terms of travel. Maybe in hexes where we've already been that we're not trying to thoroughly check through, we can go twice as fast or something like that, or do it without making our random encounter checks in those hexes since we're on horses, something like that. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and go back to Thain and let's have him level up. So, good deal. Thain, what do you need to do on level up? I think there's two big things we have to do. They are three things. Hit points. He gets 1d6. And he is a dwarf. Doesn't that mean he gets 2 hit points with advantage? Okay, perfect. And he is where's Thain? +1 to con. Oh, that doesn't matter, right? Yeah, that doesn't matter. So he gets 3. Kinda weak. Level 5. Max 31 now. He gets a talent. We'll roll his talent. 5. +1 to melee or ranged attacks. That's not the best one for sure. We want it to be +1 to melee. So he's already got that once. So it now goes up to a +2 melee. So he's a +4 +5, I think. +5 with his boomerang sap. That's good. And then the last thing is spells. So he has 3 spells, 3 first tier, 2 second tier, and now he gains a 3rd tier. So that's what his big praying is going to do. And I like to do them random. Having said that, I also don't want to have to take a sucky spell that I wouldn't even like. So I've been trying to think of a house rule for that, where maybe if he's got a 17 wisdom. So that's a +3. It makes me think maybe what I should do is roll 3 times and then pick what I want out of the results I got. Does that make sense? So if I had a priest with wisdom +1, I just have to roll and take what I get, one or less, +1 or less. So I'm gonna roll 3 times and see what we get. And if there's a double, tough, tough. 3, 3, 4. So I get Mass Cure or Rebuke Unholy. Cool. I think Mass Cure is what I want. That's my guess, is that that's what I wanted straight out of the gate. But let's look. Rebuke Unholy. Tier 3 Priest, instant near. You rebuke creatures who oppose your alignment, forcing them to flee. Ooh. You must present a holy symbol to cast this spell. If you're lawful or neutral, this spell affects demons, devils, and outsiders. If you're chaotic, it affects angels and natural creatures of the wild. So we're not chaotic. We're neutral, I guess. So it's only demons, devils, outsiders. I was going to say I might take this. But because it's only demons, devils, and outsiders, we have not had much of that. I don't think I can do that. I think I got to go with Mass Cure. We could still learn that at another time. Mass Cure. All allies within near range regain 2d6 hit points. Gotta go with that. Gotta go with that. Mass Cure. Okay. And it doesn't scale or anything, but that's still, like, that would be good for right now. He's going to do that as soon as he gets back to his group. But he's got to spend the whole day doing that. So I think that does it for him. And the rest of the group went and got their horses. Do we need any other shopping in town? Oh, I know what we need to do. We have not caroused in a long time, so we're also going to carouse. And on the carousing, I'm going to do Thain's in the temple. So for carousing, I'm just going to do the lowest level of carousing, I think. Because I just spent a ton of gold. Do I need any other upgrades, though, on stuff? I'm going to give it a quick pause. All right, so for carousing, we're going to have Thain do an act of devotion, and the rest of the group is going to do combat training, and we'll spend 30 gold for that. So let's see, Thain, it's a D8. We'll do Thain's first, since we're on his. 2, that's no good. Gain 2 XP. You follow, a vision quest for 1d4 plus 1 days. You return with reinforced faith and a very empty stomach. So I did this before with, was it Thain? It might have been. Somebody did a vision quest. I bet it was Thain. Okay. I wonder if this vision quest is part of him doing this level up, and if he's going to be out of commission, out of the group for a short period of time. That's kind of what I'm leaning for, is that the group has to go on without him for a moment while he does that, because he has to do it by himself for sure. All right, and then the rest of the group, I kind of don't want to do them all individually because there's 4 of them. Let's just do one total outcome for the whole group. Let's see what other kind of trouble the rest of the group gets in. 3, slightly better. You were tricked into purchasing what appeared to be a magical weapon, but it was an illusion. Lose 25% of your gold pieces. That sucks because that would be like group treasure. I just gave up all this group treasure. Here's what I think this means, though. We were tricked into purchasing what appeared to be a magical weapon. I think this is the cultists that we just saw. I think that's what they were up to. They tricked us. So we're gonna bring it back around. So we get. Are we aware? That might be. This still might. We still might follow that trail because 25% is now going to be. Let's see. 310. So 25% of that. That's pretty significant. 60 gold pieces or something. More than that. 75? About 75. So we'll just do that. We're just going to subtract 75. It's not exact, but that's all right. The cultists stole a lot of our gold. We thought we had something good. Did we get something, a normal weapon, or is it just a piece of trash? Thain got plus 2 XP, so let's mark my XP here. So Thain is up to 4. Nice. But he just hit a new one. Abbott. These two guys are 23. And Marvin is at 16. Okay, so we're all leveled up. I think I gotta figure out what my next plan is here. What was I gonna do at Makuza? So Thane's gonna just leave the group for a minute, and I don't think well, I shouldn't say this yet, but I'm kind of tempted to just leave that alone and say Thane's out of the group for a couple days, and that's that. And we'll have to meet up with him back here, or maybe we meet up with him somewhere else. Or do I actually go off on a one? I'd hate to like have Thain run into some encounter that he can't survive on his own, but it seems like it's supposed to be alone. So I think I'm gonna just hand wave that into Thain takes off and does his vision quest, and then we meet up with him. But we have to go on without him for a few days. And it did say 1d4 plus 1 days or something. Oh, just 2. Just a couple days. Big deal. Okay. So let's call this session here. There was kind of a bookkeeping session catching up. Oh, we are going to do, nope, I said we're going to call it here. I have 2 more orders of business. We are going to do a rumor in this city with, again, Thain still at the temple. The rest of the group will do a rumor. A fire dragon hunts for whales over Graveline Bay. I think I kind of knew there was a fire dragon nearby. Also a griffin in Graveline Bay, but we've already taken care of that. Okay. And we are going to rest. We are going to get a nice full night's sleep. We're going to pay a little coin to sleep in a safe and well stocked room because we deserve it. We have earned that. All right. Sorry, I feel like that was probably not the most exciting session, but still necessary. And let's call it, and I'm going to keep playing, so more sessions coming. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm playing Terra Invictus, and I'm Bradu.